talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Nothing going on here at the post office, just postal stuff. Let's see who's sleeping in the highlight. Wait a minute. Zoom in there. The size of that sumbitch there, huh?
Well, look at his, what do you call it? Look at him, and he just moved his eyes. He's checking us out.
There's literally no way he could have got. There's no vertical jump to get up there. And that's where he lives, huh?
Yeah. The only thing I could figure is maybe they had something stacked up, and
he just jumped up there.
And he's like landlocked.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean, crisp? Are you feeling airy today? Let us chat, let us chat. But while we're chatting, I'm gonna put a little video clip here with no words necessary. I mean, you can just look at it. I'll just let you guys look at it while you listen to me, okay? But we know what this means. I'm not even gonna elaborate on it no more. All righty, what are we talking about today? We're back to this again. And the reason I bring this up is because there's more and more instances of this coming to fruition, coming forward, and the fraud is there, okay? And it's coming forward not after a year, not after 2 years, 10, 15, 20 years later. Let's talk about it. Former employee of the post office pleads guilty to workers' comp fraud. OWCP, just so you guys know, the reason that they are so adamant about, like I said the other day, when the person that got robbed, you know, their quick management is trained at this point to say, no, it's the carrier's fault, even though they lost their goddamn mind, is because the OWC claim rate is at 80% now. It's like 80%. And then they're finding out that a majority of them are just fraudulent. So for those that actually get hurt, it's fucking you guys up. So I see the comments. I read all of them. Good, bad, ugly. Well, for those of us that are hurt, you know, that's messed up that they're looking at us that way. Well, look at the people that actually screw it up. Don't look at it that management's looking at you that way. They have to be pessimistic, because if you got 10 employees and 80% of them have lied and said they got hurt, who are they supposed to believe? That's your fellow employees that are screwing this up for you. And man, I had a conversation with my plant manager. Boy, that's just the beginning. He said clearly, I don't want to see what we talk about on this goddamn channel. And I said, you got it. And so I'm not going to tell you what we spoke about, but I'm going to let you know this shit just the beginning. And I ain't got no reason to lie. Johnny Franklin Sullivan, 73, of Mooresville, North Carolina, appeared before a U.S. magistrate judge and pleaded guilty to workers' comp fraud for job-connected injury, announced Dina J. King, U.S. Attorney for the Western of North Carolina. Special agent in charge of the United States Postal Service, Office of Inspector General for the Mid-Atlantic. They just give too many, why do we need all these stuff in a making today's announcement? These people like their titles. According to filed court documents and today's plea hearing, Sullivan Sr. was employed by the U.S. Postal Service as a mail processing clerk in Charlotte in May of 2005. We in 2024, that's 19 years ago. Sullivan Sr. sustained an injury at work. Later that year, Sullivan Sr. began to receive workers' compensation benefits administered by the U.S. Department of Labor Office Workers' Compensation Program, OWCP, for employees covered by the Federal Employees Compensation Act. In order to receive and maintain FECA benefits, Sullivan Sr. was required to submit periodic reports regarding his physical condition and his inability to perform at the Postal Service job. Break that down for you. You have to document. You have to give them documentation. You're basically signing saying, I cannot complete the task that you're requiring me to do at the job. So you lie. So nobody has any issue with that. There's no way to twist it up. Somebody gonna figure out a way to twist that in the comments. I love it. Court documents show that on multiple occasions, and we're like, well, he could have lived his life. Sullivan Sr. made false statements and material misrepresentations regarding his physical abilities and medical restrictions. Among the false claims, Sullivan made that he was unable to sit for long periods of time. That way he didn't have to do the clerk work where he's sitting, and that he could only drive short distances. I get it. That he needed to use a cane when he walked, and that he was unable to travel or engage in hobbies other than recreational activities due to his medical condition. As a result of his false statements over the years, Sullivan Sr. received payments totaling more than $100,000. According to the court records, during the time that Sullivan made these false statements, he was posting on social media photos of his many long-distance trips and physically rigorous activities. Y'all like, what did he do? Sullivan Sr. posted himself traveling to places in Europe. That's a 9-hour flight from Jersey. Yo. And in the United States. Walking long distances over different types of terrain, ziplining in Niagara Falls, using surfboards and boogie boards during beach vacations, and participating in shag dancing events. What's a shag dance? For years, Sullivan Sr. lied about his pain and suffering caused by an on-the-job injury to the federal workers' compensation program out of thousands of dollars and used funds to pay for recreation activities. When individuals defraud an important program meant to protect injured federal workers, like the people that watch me that don't lie, my office will make sure that they are held accountable for their actions. Most postal employees who collect workers' compensation benefits have legitimate claims. A small percentage, however, abuse the system and cost the Postal Service millions of dollars in fraudulent claim and enforcement costs. Therefore, OIG will continue to relentlessly pursue those identified as fraudulently collecting workers' compensation funds from the Postal Service. He pleaded guilty to making false report in connection with federal compensation. He was released on a bond after the court hearing. A sentencing date has not been set. Why is this important? Because somebody knows somebody that's pulling this type of stuff off. And it only hurts those that actually try to do something decent. I mean, if you get hurt on a job, great. But I remember when I flew to Europe, it was like 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it was. But that was an uncomfortable sitting thing. And he's telling people, you cannot document something. Give it as a statement, especially a medical record, just to collect money. You've lied, and you've lied to the government. This is 19 years later. Can you imagine? He was 73. He was in his early, maybe late 40s when this happened? Let me see how old this guy is. He was 2019 years, 73. Yeah, he was in his 40s. 73, 19, across the eye. Okay, 50 something. Whatever it is. Can't think right now. You're a young man. You out there living life. You're 73. You probably retired. Mind your business. And you get arrested for shit you did just to beat the system. Just to beat the system. This is not, I like the people that talk about management. No, this is real life, man. This is real life. This is America as a whole. Everybody try to scam the system to find an easy way. And they blame, Well, they call us the boomers. The boomers did things the hard way. They ruined it for everybody else. They said the boomers ruined it for everybody else. Okay, I get it. We're entitled to an opinion. We all have them, like assholes. Yo, that's madness. You try to beat the system, and they find out that many years later, whatever happened to the honest day's worth of work? You know, somebody gonna say, well, they don't pay us enough. Okay, if they don't pay you enough, then work a second job. It don't mean steal nothing, because now, at 73, when you supposed to be chilling with your great grandkids, federal prison, that's guaranteed, man. That's guaranteed, and you gotta pay that money back. But let me know what y'all think about this article, and see how I doubled it up. You guys take a look and tell me what you think about that thing, huh? Like, they break all the time. They ain't working out the kinks. Trust that. Amazon didn't work first time around. They were just books. Look at them now. It's JH. Let's talk.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.